Hello and
Hello and
welcome to
welcome
the
to
Tech
the
Boy
Tech
This
Boy
Week
This
in
Week
Tech
in Tech
podcast.
Hello and welcome to the This Week in Tech podcast. I'm the Tech Boy, and today we have plenty to talk about today, from the Calcan Sweat Pro 3 earbuds, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus camera samples, and camera sample review will be coming up soon, to what we talked about in tech this week. But first, let's get into the blog. Alright, so in the blog, ask ChatGPT some questions. We talked about OnePlus 11, and we also talked about Daily Wire, YouTube having SAM. So let's get into it. Starting with the Daily Wire. Right, as some of you may know, the Daily Wire is a large media company on YouTube, and they also have their own media on their own website, and you pay the videos. So yeah, so they have their own YouTube channels, and across those YouTube channels, there's plenty of spam comments in the premieres, YouTube premieres, and in the tracks, and that's a problem because they don't really moderate stuff because me. So that's one of the problems. And say, what does it have to do with tech? And YouTube, it's a major problem because they have a large user base, and this is the problem to the viewer. To viewers out there watching any YouTube channel, the creators aren't going to telegram you if they have the word telegram in their description. It's not real. And if it's a big YouTuber, like say the Daily Wire, I Justine, MKB, Steve, they'll usually have a check mark next to their name so that you know it's. So be safe out there. If you see something that says WhatsApp, and then they have these weird numbers next to it, that's not real. That's not them. Anyone can make a YouTube channel and copy and paste it. Really, I could pretend to be the Daily Wire, screenshotting this and YouTube. And to YouTube, block messages that are being spammed over and over again in the YouTube premieres, and make sure people can't impersonate show hosts by, I don't know, making sure that the usernames can't be too similar, making sure you can include words like WhatsApp, Telegram, and then the phone number in your YouTube name, because the people are getting scammed, and that's not good. Even if 1% of the people get scammed, there's still thousands of people to channels that have millions of subscribers. Alright, now on to the other thing. I need to add an image here. I asked ChatGPT some questions, so let's get into it. First, I asked it to write a poem about George Bush, president, because there's this thing about how it can't write poems about some presidents and how it is, so I just asked to see, and it did. So, interesting. I kept everything in format, just me, and then it wrote this poem here. It's what is not the B, and it kind of is wrong, because Not the B is an actual website, as you can see in my review on that website. So go just search Not the B here, and you see that. And then I asked it what his favorite YouTube channel is, and it says, as a language model by OpenAI, I can't say any of that. And that was the 3 questions. Alright, now getting to the major phone launch that happened this week, the OnePlus 11. And I want to give some thoughts on that, and then we're going to transition to the Calcan earbud segment. So, OnePlus 11 launched, and I know some people are comparing it to the 10 Pro and saying that the 10 Pro, the 11 is a true successor to the 10 Pro, but I really feel like the 11 is an updated 10T. Here's how. Alright, the 11, I watched the presentation on YouTube. It really was about speed. They talked a lot about the cameras, and I read some reviews about it, and it is a upper mid-range flagship camera. Okay, so it's not going to compete with the S23, but it's better than, say, I don't know, Pixel 6a, A53, right? So it's like I don't know, maybe S21 FE camera style. Like, it's kind of like an FE phone, so it's a Samsung. But it's super powerful. It has a great Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, a large 5,000 mAh battery, a 6.7 inch screen. So it really is a flagship. It has flagship materials. You need to get matte black or frosted glass or some kind of gloss finish. Triple camera, but only a two times telephoto zoom camera. So not the best cameras. You have to miss out on some flagship features such as wireless charging, but in exchange you do get 80-watt charging with the charger in the box. So none of that. Oh, we're just trying to save the environment. So we're not going to include chargers. Yeah, for the environment, the monkeys of some country, well, monkeys in the zoos all over the place. Just, just if we put chargers in the boxes, it would really hurt the monkeys and the elephants and the giraffes and the tigers. All the poor animals in the only we have no charger in the box. Whatever. Chargers should be in the box. And unfortunately, the phone doesn't have headphone jack or anything. But one thing that they did release that was interesting was the OnePlus Pad, which I was thinking the OnePlus Pad would be a budget pad, but no. 12 gigs of RAM, 144 Hz display. It's a super square or something like that. So yeah, it looks good to me. And speaking of RAM, this has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 250 gigabytes of storage, all for $799, which is basically the base price of the S23, which I said would be the best small phone of the year. Well, I mean, this might be the best big phone of the year, barring the S22 Ultra. I mean, if you don't want to pay S22 Ultra, this is probably better than the S Plus, unless you need DeX, because this doesn't have video out support, unless you want a better camera and wireless charging, and yeah. So I would say that it's a more well-rounded flagship. It's a faster flagship and misses out on some core features, which makes it a better 10T. The 10T was a super fast flagship that didn't have as good of a camera, but it's debated if it was a good camera. So that's why I say this is it. But the 10 Pro is like OnePlus flagship 9 Pro, and that's one of the best phones, like the Pros. I don't know, maybe OnePlus can make a Super Pro $899 flagship next year. But anyway, this is a great phone. It's going to compete well with iPhones 14 Plus, according to Juan Magno, and the S23 Plus. I think it's a good competition for the Samsung's S23 Plus. Yeah, I think this is a speed, super fast phone, 250 gigabytes, special RAM. I heard there's still some shuttle lag, but maybe it can come in some software updates. And speaking of software updates, 4 years of software updates and 5 years of security patches, tying Samsung, beating Google. So great job to OnePlus there, getting software. Now I don't know about the time, and some people don't like the new Oxygen OS, but it is good. And since with this new RAM, it's going to be super fluid, super fast. And if it's more fluid than the OnePlus 7 Pro, I mean it's going to be like just great. And this is just me live OnePlus 11 launch, and alongside the OnePlus 11 launch, they will launch tablet and some earbuds. Great. So speaking of earbuds. Look at me, I did a great transition like but anyway, speaking of earbuds, let's talk about the Kalkin Sweat Pro 3. Alright, Kalkin Sweat Pro 3 coming up. I have spent some time with these. I really liked them. I really liked them a lot. I'm not recording from them right now, but this is the Kalkin Sweat Pro 3. They're called Sweat Pro 3, I think, because they have they're good for exercising. They're sweat resistant, water resistant. Apparently they can work in the shower. I haven't tested that yet. My full review isn't out yet, but I mean, I like this for YouTube. There is a tiny bit of lag you can notice, but I don't game. And there is a gaming mode, which you can activate by pushing this a couple of times. It's testing some controls. The charging case is okay. I mean, the hinge isn't that sturdy. It's magnetic here. This has a little icon here to show the charging left in the cable. And it charges over USB-C. He said, oh, that's great. There's even a nice little flap here to keep dust and water, I guess, out. But the problem is, if you can see, there's like, it's recessed in there using plastic. So let's say I want to use my regular phone charger that came with my Samsung Galaxy A71 5G. So this is this basic Samsung charger here, 25 watt, plugged into my computer. If I wanted to plug it in here, it doesn't go in. Which, I mean, might as well use micro USB or whatever. Like, I still need to use the cable here to fix it in the box, which is nice. Free USB-C cable, USB-A to USB-C, and it perfectly fits in. So that's nice. But, I mean, I wish it would do that. I don't know if it reverse wireless charges. Let me check. I don't think it does. I don't even know how much these cost, because I got them sent to me by Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, so we'll check that out. I'll show you guys the mic test. The mics aren't good, Paul, but you can be the judge of that. And as I unlock my phone, so we can test to see if it uses wireless, if it can charge wirelessly, I'm going to let's talk about the battery life and charging. I think the battery life is pretty good. Alright. No wireless power share. Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway, I think the battery life is pretty good. The charging battery life, I don't know, maybe 2 days in the case. I'm not really that big of a music listener, but I heard the little This Week in the Tech intro music and it didn't sound that good. But, you have left. That's all good. You have touch controls to pause and play music. I think you can summon a virtual assistant if you press and hold. I haven't spent that much time with it, but this is just the first impressions. So I'm going to switch over to the mic now, mic 2. This is what the earbuds sound like right now. I hope you can hear me talking. Of course, on Samsung's Pro Video mode, you can use this as a mic if you wanted to. But back to the main mic. Alright, we're back on the main mic. So tell me guys tell me what you think about the sound in the comments, or what you think about the audio quality. So yes, that is the Calkin Sweatbuds Pro 2. Hopefully I'll have a full review out on it. But I do say that these sound really good. Really, really good. And I think I want to do one more segment. No, 2 more segments. I'm going to do 2 more segments. We're going to talk about this camera next. And upcoming next, we're going to talk about my gimbal, which I used. Alright, so cue the intro music. Alright, let's talk about this camera. This camera is great. It's a little Wi-Fi camera I got from Galaxy Tech Review. If it stayed connected to my phone more, it would be great. It's a power button. It has an SD card, which is nice. But it just needs to stay connected to my phone. I think this is the away or something like that. But yeah, please just get better, stay connected, and so this is start. That's it. Alright, and now for the final segment, let's talk about my gimbal that I use a lot. Alright, so yesterday I was doing some filming with my phone for a school project, and this gimbal came in handy. It connected via Bluetooth, stayed connected. It kept the phone stable when I was running around through bushes and forest and leaves and whatever. I didn't use any of the tracking features. I just kept it held it steady. The phone was great. Samsung Galaxy S22 plus camera quality. In the daylight, it was a perfect overcast day. Punchy, bright colors. I can show you some of this stuff in my upcoming photo review that will come out soon. Hopefully it comes out this month. I need to really start putting it together. Anyway, great gimbal. I recommend getting it. I got it at $50. If you want to invest in a better gimbal, go with the Hohem gimbal, but get the one that has a camera up here so you can track your face even when you're not in the app. I would recommend getting that for maybe $99. I got that on sale on eBay for $50. So yeah, great gimbal. If you're having a problem stabilizing it, there's an article on our website about how to fix that. The phone needs to be like really center here. So for my phone, in the case it was on the button, which kind of activated Bixby, but whatever. But yeah, great gimbal. I say you should invest in one if you want to do mobile photography, videography, and also I say I need to invest in a good overhead camera tripod so I can do better unboxing videos. So if any of you have any tips for that, please tell me. Alright, that's all for now. Tech talk to you later. Bye! I almost forgot, so go in front of the video. Don't forget to sign the petition and read the report at report.thetechboy.org, and I will have the anti-diverge petition in the description link below. Report.thetechboy.org and change.org cancel the petition. Don't forget. Alright, getting on to